Guys, this is Andrew Jones from the Real Guyz Sports Show. I'm going to get straight to the point with my top 3 NFL games of the week, starting with the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. Two top defenses. Houston right now second in the league overall defense. Cincinnati Bengals 6th overall in the overall defense. Bottom line, you're talking about T.J. Yates being the third-string quarterback for the Houston Texans going into hostile territory against the Cincinnati Bengals. It's not happening. I don't think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to waste this opportunity, knowing they have the last wildcard spot at 7-5. They can't afford to lose this game, knowing they have Oakland down their throats, the New York Jets down their throats, Tennessee Titans down their throats as well. So I really do believe that this is my pick right now as far as the Cincinnati Bengals are concerned. They have the offense, they have the offensive weapons. Yes, the Houston Texans have the second defense in the league, but I don't think they're going to be staying off the field that much, knowing that the Cincinnati Bengals have the 6th best defense in the league going up against the third-string quarterback. Second game of the week, Chicago Bears in in Denver, and I'm not gonna lie, man, I'm a big believer in Tim Tebow. You talk about a kid that won 5 straight games. He doesn't excel at every aspect of the quarterback position, but he just wins games, and that's the most important aspect right now. We're talking about two teams going in very, very different directions. Chicago Bears, they lose their top quarterback, potentially their top running back in Matt Forte, and I don't think going into Denver that they're going to waste this opportunity either, knowing they have the top position right now in the Western Conference or in the AFC West. Oakland's breathing down their throats with a tie at 7-5. But at the end of the day, I don't think that the Denver Broncos are going to waste this opportunity, knowing that they have a chance behind Tim Tebow, who they truly believe in, can lead the way and lead them to the playoffs finally. Which leads to my last game of the week, the Oakland Raiders in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, we're talking about a team that's 12-0. Aaron Rodgers throws 370 yards last week against the Giants, and there's nothing stopping this team. I don't think the Oakland Raiders right now have the muscle. I don't think they have the offense. I don't even think they have the defense that's able to stop the Green Bay Packers from going to 13-0. And quite frankly, I'm going on the record right now, I really do think the Green Bay Packers are going to go undefeated this year. The rest of their schedule looks pretty easy, in my opinion. You got the Oakland Raiders next week. You have Kansas City, the Chicago Bears, and the Detroit Lions. So I'm going on record this week. Green Bay Packers going 16-0, running into the playoffs in first place overall. All right, Kev, so I'm going to put it over to you now. What do you think of your top 3 games of the week?
Thanks, AJ. I appreciate it, man. Well, my top 3 picks for the week for the NFL are as this. First game, Houston at Cincinnati. I'm going with Houston in this one. Sorry, AJ. Can't agree with you on this one. Although Cincinnati's defense is pretty good, I still have to go with Houston. They have the best running back in the league right now with Arian Foster. He's just dominating defenses out there. No one knows how to tackle him, when to tackle him, where to tackle him at. I have him having a big game this week. I also have T.J. Yates playing the game just like he should. He has 2 veteran QBs behind him, Jake Delhomme and Jeff Garcia. Those 2 behind him can help him improve his game to play a better game for Houston to stay on that pace for the playoffs, which they're trying to make this year. And I believe they still will make it. Cincinnati, on the other hand, they're an up-and-down team. Andy Dalton plays well against teams that are below 500. When he gets to a good team, as we saw last week with Pittsburgh, blown out, not playing his best game. Although I still think he'll have a decent game, I don't think it'll be enough to overtop Houston. Sorry, Cincinnati, but going with Houston in this one. My next pick, Philly at Miami. Michael Vick is coming back. Does that mean they're going to win games? No. They're still a team in rebuilding phase, although they went out and got every fantasy player that everybody ever wants. Not sure what they were thinking, but hey, it didn't work out this year. Maybe another year it might work out. So I still got Miami beating them in this game. Not by much, but I have a pretty close game. Miami has Reggie Bush playing phenomenal football right now. They actually found a way to utilize his strengths, which is put him in the flats and let him do what he does, which is, hey, Reggie Bush's game. Now, my last pick for the games is this. New York Giants at Dallas Cowboys. And by looks of it, you know who I'm going with, the Cowboys. You know it. Cowboys have to win this game. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. New York Giants gave Green Bay the biggest scare they've had all year long. Hey, New York has a great offense, but did you see that defense, guys? No one ever showed up. You got 58 seconds left in the game, and you let 3 deep passes beat you? Are you serious right now? Aaron Rodgers looked so cool, calm, and collective against New York because, hey, he knew he was going to score. So what makes you think that Dallas Cowboys are not looking at that game and wondering, hey, we can score too? Dallas Cowboys have 2 of the best receivers in the game right now, Des Bryant and Miles Austin. If Tony Romo can stay on the pace he's been going at for the past 5-6 games, I still believe the Cowboys are going to win and also win the division. And I'll go on record and I'll say it, the Cowboys will win the NFC East and beat them on Sunday. Sorry, Eli, I like your team. I think you guys are the second best team in the NFC East, but the Cowboys have shown new light as the season has gone on. Last week was a mistake, coach's fault. It happens. But you know what? This week's a big rebound week for both teams. But had the Cowboys win Sunday night in a very, very, very closely NFC East battle. Thanks, AJ, man. Back to you.
All right, and on to my surprising rookie of the year. I don't think there's any question that Cam Newton's going to be the rookie of the year. But as far as surprises are concerned, I think Andy Dalton is definitely the surprise rookie of the year. Second-round pick out of TCU in the Cincinnati Bengals offense that right now, I mean, you talk about losing Carson Palmer, Chad Ochocinco, Terrell Owens, and then you come in with A.J. Green and Andy Dalton running the show in Cincinnati and producing and winning games. 7-5 record, 3rd in the AFC North, 6th in the conference. You cannot expect, there's nobody that can tell me that Andy Dalton was supposed to lead the charge for this team and then actually have a playoff race going on for this team, which is absolutely surprising in my opinion. 17 touchdowns, over 2,600 yards passing, 60% completion percentage. I mean, amazing numbers, maybe not fantastic numbers, but considering the position that the Cincinnati Bengals put him in, starting from the get-go and leading this team to a potential playoff race, or at least a potential wild card. And on top of all that, you talk about the pieces around them. You mean A.J. Green, Jermaine Gresham, one of the top tight ends right now in the league. You can't ask for any better weapons, and you can't ask for a better production from this kid. And he's only going to get better. You're talking about 10 years down the road with this kid. I mean, quite frankly, Cincinnati down the road may win the division if they can keep their act together and hold this team and at least maintain this offensive drive. Right now, I'll talk about Andy Dalton, definitely the surprise rookie of the year. My disappointed rookie of the year, I go with Julio Jones, 6th overall pick. We're talking about Atlanta Falcons mortgaging their future next year and potentially the year after with draft picks. Julio Jones only produced 34 catches for only 566 yards, 2 touchdowns out of a 6th overall pick. Nah, you can't have that happen, especially in an offense run by Matty Ice, one of the top quarterbacks in the league, playing with one of the best receivers in the league in Roddy White. Tony Gonzalez is a Hall of Fame tight end. So you know he has insulation on offense, and there's no excuse for this guy not to produce more. That's pretty much it for me. It sums it up as far as my rookie, the most disappointed rookies. What about you, Kev? What do you think?
Hey, AJ. Good pick in Andy Dalton. Not surprised there, right? No, he actually is a big, big surprise this whole year. No one knew he was going to do that. But I want to talk about another rookie that I've seen play this year that I believe is one of the most phenomenal players in the NFL today. And that is Von Miller of the Denver Broncos. This kid is unbelievable to me. I mean, he's everywhere on the field when he's out there. 10.5 sacks this year, 45 solo tackles, 57 tackles to begin with. I mean, wow, this rookie is playing out of his mind. We all knew he was going to be a great player, but we didn't know he was going to be this dominant of a player for the Broncos. The Broncos are a better team with him than they are without him. And the losses that they had, which they have 5 this year, he really wasn't a big factor. He only had 18 tackles in the total of those 5 games they lost. And, I mean, the rest of it, you can just see when he plays his dominant game, the Denver Broncos have a better defense. Last week they were without him. They actually still played pretty well, but I believe if Von Miller was still in the game, they probably would have had a better day on defense than they did against Minnesota. This week, I believe he's supposed to be back. We'll see how well he does against Chicago. I mean, their offense isn't doing very well, but hey, it's still the NFL. So if Von Miller can step up this week, the Broncos are still going to win that game, I still believe. But Von Miller, to me, is probably the most surprising, if not best NFL rookie I've seen this year, besides Cam Newton. You know, that kid's unbelievable. But if I have to go with the rookie of the year on the defense, none other than Von Miller of the Denver Broncos. Thanks, AJ.
And guys, if you have any comments to make as far as the topics we had for this week, you're more than welcome to join our Facebook page at Real Guyz Sports Show on Facebook. Comment, like, whatever the case may be. Also, check us out on YouTube. Comment below as well. Subscribe to YouTube as well if you don't mind. I like the fact that Andy Dalton, as much as he is, you know, God damn it.
And that rookie is none other than Von Miller. Wow. All I can say about this kid is he's phenomenal. He's been key to the Denver Broncos defensive. Fuck you!